Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Whitney and this is Whit Sherry Beauty, and I am so excited because today we are going to be talking about everything Jaclyn Cosmetics, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Don't know what she's really calling it now, but we're going to be jumping into the brand. I have the older / newer launches, and then I have the newest launch from the brand. Some of it I am kind of first impressioning, and then some of it I've been using for a few weeks / months. So I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think of it, and we are going to create this beautiful base right here. If you want to know my thoughts and opinions on the brand and what I feel about the new collection, just keep on watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button before you leave, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts and opinions on the brand, and let me know if you are grabbing the new launch, and we will jump right in. I am so excited to finally be jumping in to Jaclyn Cosmetics. I have been playing with the stuff probably since she relaunched everything, and I have some opinions, so we're going to be talking about this today. Also, I have a lot of the new launch items. So I have the Rouge Affair palette, which looks like this. Honestly, this packaging could not be any more beautiful. That's the thing I'm most impressed about, I think, with the launch, or like one of the things I'm most impressed about. This is the Love Language Luminous Rouge Blush. Look at this packaging. Well, it's filthy from me touching it, but like the packaging, the way she matches the colors with the color inside, like I'm just so impressed by this. I also have the Cream to Powder Blush Stick in the shade Empress. Again, with the packaging, this one's like just really sleek, has the Jaclyn writing on the front. Love this. And then I have two of the new lip cushion formulas in the shades Promised and Last First Kiss. I've also been playing with her original, or regular, the first one's liquid lipstick formula. I also have the brightening powder. This is in the shade Light Banana. I have the translucent powder, and I have two of the brightening and setting palettes, so we're going to be going over those as well. I'm so sorry if this is like kind of a long video because there's so much to go over, but I kind of have just been collecting stuff of hers and testing it for the past few months, weeks. So I just wanted to compile it all into one video and just talk about everything. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal my face. So I'm gonna show you the two brightening kits that I have. Okay, so let me tell you how I ended up with two. The sweet manager at Ulta, the day that they came out, he was kind enough to get the stuff from the back because they were able to sell it, but they hadn't put it out on the floor yet. So the thing about these in the store is it shows the shades on the top, but it doesn't actually say on the packaging anywhere which palette's like the light medium one or which palette's the light one. It's so weird. So he actually put two on hold for me, and I couldn't tell from the packaging which one I was going to be, so I went ahead and grabbed them both. I believe this is the lightest one, and it has lilac, coconut, honey, and almond. And then I believe this is the second lightest one, which is the one I have been using, and it has peach, almond, light banana, and caramel. This one right here is the one I've been using the most, and that's the one I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye with. So I started out using a sponge to set this, but I actually didn't like the way that was looking. It was looking a bit cakey, which is normally what I do when I set my under eye, is I just use my sponge, but it was looking really cakey and weird. I almost didn't think I liked it because of that, but messing around with it the past few weeks, I found the best way to do it is to go in with like a pointed brush. So this is the E48. I'm gonna tap out any creasing I may have, and then I'm just gonna go in and just set that. And it's really smooth. Like, I'm incredibly impressed. I'm picky with my powder because I have oily skin, so I need my powder to be good. But also, even though I have oily skin, I don't want my powder, like, my powder can still look cakey, and that's not what I want from a powder, is that cakiness. And I feel like this just looks really incredibly smooth. No cakiness. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my T-zone with this as well. No cakiness, and it really just gets everything set down really nicely. Just like that. And it's very brightening, which is great. It's what I want, but it looks really smooth. Like, you can see the difference between what I've set already and what I haven't set. It's really smooth under that area. I'm gonna go ahead and set, doesn't really need it, but I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with the translucent powder. I'm kind of iffy on this one. I'm gonna try a brush with it, but okay, so yeah, a brush is way better. So I would say no sponge with these at all, because every time I use a sponge with these, my face looks so like cakey and weird. So these are more of a powder that needs like a nice powder brush with, which makes sense, it's a powder. But this looks so good now. So I would say using these, if you are normally the type of person that goes in with a sponge only and you don't want to differ from that, I would say these aren't for you. But if you're someone who doesn't mind going in with a powder brush to set your face, these are literally so beautiful. The translucent powder has a bit, I don't think the camera is gonna even come close to picking it up. You can see where I went in with my sponge before. It has like a sheeny shimmer to it, which makes it like very luminous. And kind of like second skin like, which I really enjoy, because a lot of times I wear a more mattifying foundation. Not that I don't love luminous, but oily skin, I kind of wear a more mattifying foundation. So I really like that my powder can give me like a glow again. I really enjoy that. I also have the brightening banana powder. I'm not going to use that today, and I haven't tested it out a whole lot. I think I used it once. I wasn't a super fan. It is a little bit more thick, so I got a little bit cakey under the eye. I feel like maybe to like chisel out it would be better, but also I could just use the palette to chisel out. So I don't feel like, if you're gonna pass on something, I feel like it should be that. But if you're more of a baking person, which I'm not, then that could be nice, but it is a little bit thick. Moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my under eye really quick, throw on some bronzer, and then we will come back to do blush. Okay, so we got the rest of the face done. I am gonna go ahead and clean up the bronzer a little bit with some of this powder. I'm going in with the same shade that I used before and just kind of sitting that down and then buffing it in. And you know what, I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of this lighter shade, the light banana. and just really use that to sculpt that up. It makes a really big difference. That's something I really like to do anyway. Just to get that area nice and sharp. Look at that. Okay, so these palettes I think are a massive win. I do highly recommend them. So now we're gonna play with some of the new collection, the blush collection. Oh my goodness, the packaging, I'm just so obsessed with it. So let's start out with the Rouge Affair palette. This one right here got me. So I did just use this. I was doing a TikTok live and I did just use this shade right here because I know I was going to be able to use them all on camera today, and I just got them in today, so I wanted to kind of be able to give my opinion on the palette. This is one of the most beautiful shades I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the whole palette. And I'm very impressed. I'm such a blush person. I don't know how I was ever somebody who didn't love blush, because I'm just obsessed now. And of course, I mean, especially blush swatches don't really mean a whole lot, but I wanted to swatch them anyway because they are beautiful. So starting at the top, we have Forever, Dainty, Admirer, Living Lavish, French Kiss, and Fantasy. And they all have like a pretty like luminous kind of sheen to them, kind of like a satin, a more satin finish more than a matte blush, which is like my perfect blush. I don't mind something shimmery, but I don't absolutely love something shimmery, but something like satin is like perfect for me, because again, I like that kind of sheen to the skin. And then we have the blush stick, and this is in the shade Empress, and whew, it is stunning bubblegum pink. I'm obsessed. And then I'm gonna blend it out because I just feel like that's how you kind of see the true color of it. And that is what it looks like blended out. So freaking gorgeous. And then we have the Love Language Luminous Blush, which she said, I believe, was going to be like the luminous powders, but blush, of course. And that's what it looks like on my finger. You see the nice luminosity to it. And then let's swatch it here. I think this is going to be a more natural one. There we go. It's kind of hard to see the sheen. There we go. When it's swatched, but look at that on my finger. Very, very luminous. It kind of has something mixed with it that I'm not loving. I don't know if you can see the like white specks. Like there's one right there. And they kind of aren't wanting to blend out. It's so weird. I don't know if you can see, there's one right here. There we go. So that's a little bit strange. Maybe we'll top something with it. So let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and use the blush stick, and then we'll top it with the luminous blush, because I want to know what's going on with that. So my favorite way to use something like this is to just use it on my sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and tap that onto my sponge and then tap it onto my skin. This color is so pretty. And I wanted to more use these products because I already am like positive just from the one shade that I did use. I already know I love the palette, so test out the others. Okay, so not only is this stunning, but I completely didn't think about the fact that I just set my face with powder and there's literally zero breakup. There's no like weirdness with the powder. So this is like a cream to powder formula and it plays really nicely with powder. So I'm really happy about that. Ooh. I'm gonna flip that over and blend that out, so I'm not adding any more product. I did leave this on my hand for like a few minutes earlier. It does dry down pretty quickly, so one side at a time. Probably don't swipe it directly onto the face, so it doesn't make it hard to work with. Oh my gosh, I'm super obsessed with this. This color is perfect. It's such a fun like spring summer color. Super impressed by the blush. So let's put a little bit of this into the cap. I'm gonna go in with my favorite blush brush ever, which is the Luxie 514. I'm gonna tap that in and then kind of tap it off, and I'm just gonna put that right on top. It's a lot. It's a lot more pigmented than I thought it was. Because when you put it on your hand, it is not that bright. Okay, so let's do that. And now let's really work that into the skin. I'm gonna go in with my sponge and kind of doll that down. Perfect. Okay, I love a blushy look, so we are gonna go with it. I don't see any weirdness with the Luminous Blush, so whatever specs were in it when I swatched it, they're not there when you put it on your face, but it is very beautiful and glowy. Look at that sheen. Oh my gosh. I do want to put a little bit of that Luminous Blush on my nose. I love putting a little bit of blush over my nose before I highlight. Just a little bit. And then same, just tapping it out with my sponge. Just giving a little bit of kiss. I'm gonna go in with my favorite highlighter from her. This is the Flurries one. This is from the Valentine's collection. And her highlighters are spectacular. They're one of, if not my favorite formula, because I am not somebody with perfect skin, as you can see. And I have, you know, really big pores, texture, all that stuff. And these don't make this look worse, which I just love, because I don't want my skin, I don't add makeup to my skin for it to look worse. And these are really, really smooth. Okay, so last but not least, I have been playing with the liquid lipsticks. This is the like original liquid lipsticks from her. These have become one of my favorite. My favorite combo is the Juvia's Place Sweet Nothing Lip Liner and the Jaclyn Hill Nudie liquid lipstick. That's like my go-to nude lipstick now. I'm obsessed with it. I try not to wear it every day, but it ends up being that way. But for today, we are gonna try one of the new formulas. So this is in the shade Last First Kiss. And these are called lip cushions. They smell really good. So this is Last First Kiss. That color is so beautiful. And then we have the shade Promised, which I feel like is the one I want to go in with today. So the thing about this is they're not going to look a whole lot different. So this is Promised and this is Last First Kiss. The thing I really enjoy about her, I feel like she makes a lot of the perfect undertone colors. So there's like a perfect undertone for every skin color. And I really like that. So a lot of them are going to look like pretty much the same color, but the undertones are a little bit different and everything's a little bit different. So like everybody can find a color that works with them, and I really like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like on. I really like it. I will say that this is a very interesting texture. I don't know. I don't know if I like it, if we're gonna be honest. No, I like it. It is very different. It's like a velvety, I don't think I've used anything like it, if we're gonna be honest. It's a very velvety, kind of like flush of color lipstick. I don't think I watched her whole launch video, so I didn't hear her like explain these lipsticks. I like the color. I do like the color. It's the texture is weird. I'm trying to, it's a little bit weird. It is very pretty though. It's not as like super fully opaque as like her liquid lipsticks. I do like her liquid lipsticks better, I'm gonna be honest, but I do think this is cute. I don't think I would buy any more, but I'll wear the ones that I have. So in my opinion, if it were this formula or her liquid lipstick formula, I highly recommend her liquid lipstick formula because it is better. But this is what we have. I'm gonna pop some mascara on real quick and then I will be right back to talk about what I'm feeling, what are my thoughts on Jaclyn Cosmetics so far. Okay, so finished look and my final thoughts on Jaclyn Cosmetics. Honestly, I love the brand. I really think that Jaclyn redeemed herself. Everybody's human, mistakes get made, things happen. From what I understand, she's made everything right, and I don't feel like it should continue to be held against her, because honestly her brand is killing it. There's not one product in here that I do not like. There's some that do I need? No, but like there's not one thing that I don't like. I could do without like the banana powder. I said it was a bit thick, but it's not bad. It's just not for me. Like, and there's very few brands I can say that about. Lunar Beauty is another one. And like, I think that's a big deal when you can say that there's really not something from a brand that you dislike. That means that they're doing really good. And honestly, if you have not already, I highly recommend giving this a shot. All this was bought with my own money, so I'm not obligated to say anything nice. Not that I would feel obligated even if I didn't pay my own money with it, but like, I'm not PR, I spend my own money on this, so there's like literally zero obligation for me to say anything nice. But this is just really how I feel. I wouldn't sell or try to sell anybody something or recommend something that I did not personally love myself. These are definitely not items that I'll be returning or giving back or even not using. I will continue using all of these. I'm highly impressed by Jaclyn Cosmetics, and let me know if you are going to grab any of this stuff, especially the new collection. I want to know what everybody's thoughts and feelings are on it. And that is all I have for today, so let me know in the comments. Don't forget to click that subscribe button before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.